And as it is, we will be talking about what you had saying. Bukola joins me now as we'll bring you up to speed with what you've been saying on X since yesterday to this morning. Bukola.
Yes, Jeffrey, hello again. Nigerians are saying quite a lot from the ban by the federal government on a licensed official from running multiple airlines to Abia State government's provision of free education to its citizens. But of course, we know that the big one is the swearing in of Governor Okpebholo yesterday, and that's where we begin our talking point from this morning.
When you talked about the ban, because sorry for cutting you out, I was thinking you want to say the ban on Pomo.
We missed that one yesterday. Yeah. I don't know how we missed it.
Why does the Nigerian government always go after Akpomo? NAFDAC, calm down with Akpomo.
Jeffrey apparently loves this Pomo. I love my Pomo as well in vegetable soup.
Oh dear.
No, but we must institute
I was just joking. So if it's not healthy, it's fine. But why do they always come for things that we're comfortable with?
Do you know how it is processed in the first place?
I don't know. I just love the taste.
Of the white Pomo, particularly.
Okay.
But let's go to the swearing in of the new governor in Edo State, which is our first talking point. And Ben Lords is the first user. Ben Lords says, "May God bless and guide you as you engage in this task to take Edo State to the next and higher level." Indeed, that is the expectation of citizens of Edo State, and indeed the generality of Nigerians.
Yes, I wanted to come to our virtual screen. So the next one is coming from Evans. Evans is saying, congratulations, my governor, sir. Cheers to a greater Edo.
And Papilis is also congratulating the new governor and wishing him fruitful and successful administration.
Okay, Abbas says, congratulations to a new chief in town. May we all witness a working Edo State for transparency, accountability, transformative changes, infrastructural growth in the state.
And off to another talking point, Jeffrey. This one is an interesting one. It's coming from the Group Managing Director, CEO of the NNPCL, Mr. Mele Kyari, who says, "We have stopped importing refined petroleum." From when exactly? There's so many questions in this space, Jeffrey, and I know you have tons of them. But Bird Eye is the first user, and he has quite a lot to say. Bird Eye says, "It's encouraging to hear that NNPCL has ended fuel importation and is now sourcing from the Dangote refinery. I beg, make this shift potentially reduce costs and improve supply reliability. However, given past experiences and the dynamic nature of Nigeria's fuel market, it's valid to question the longevity of this policy. Will NNPCL stick to this approach, or might there be a return to imports if domestic production faces challenges?" And we remember that, some association of marketers had taken Dangote refinery to court, is it Dangote now or the NMDPRA for issuing license or vice versa. So there's a debate over the propriety of importation because we now have a domestic refinery here at home.
All right, so the whole idea, I guess, is to get to that energy security. So that's why we don't just need Dangote, we need a couple of other refineries to work. So let's get to the next person. I think this is Mustafa saying, one of the results we're expecting to see from this development is price dropping. So that is actually what concerns Nigerians. Whatever Dangote, Ipman, Dapman, Melman, Petron, whatever you're doing, Nigerians are not really interested. How the prices of this will come down is how it bothers all of us. Bukola, you have the next one.
Emeka Charles is the next person, and he says, "Have you started production? I mean, is any of the 3 refineries in Nigeria fully functioning now? I'm not talking about the Dangote refinery. I'm talking about Nigerian refineries in the country." And indeed, the functionality of those refineries is a huge factor in pushing down the prices of petroleum products in the country. But of course, there are other questions in that space. If indeed those refineries are not going to work, we need questions, because we're promised a September delivery date, which we've since passed, and so many other questions as well. Will we exit importation if those refineries begin to work? Of course, there's been an announcement now that we've exited importation, but how long that will last, we do not know.
Well, fridges. After as our Port Harcourt refinery is concerned, forget about it for now. I'm not going to say beyond that. And then to this guy, what they are getting is from local refineries as well as Dangote refinery. Supreme Clerk says, why is NNPCL Limited still in the middle of petroleum supply if Dangote refinery can handle the local demand? I think we've passed that. And he said, if the aim is self-sufficiency, wouldn't direct market distribution benefit also with lower prices and efficiency? I think they've struck that deal now with Ipman.
And Shola says agreement has been made. They've all agreed on the right cutbacks. Monopoly is bad for the economy. This solution is good, but it should be temporary. We need other refineries in the country. And other countries are gearing up to lift petrol also from Dangote refinery. Yeah. So does Dangote refinery have enough for domestic consumption and for exportation as well?
We cannot depend on Dangote refinery alone in the long term, maybe in the short term, but now so that we avoid a situation of monopoly. If it's only Dangote refinery that will be producing at that level, then we are back to that issue. We can't call it energy security anymore. Because if anything happens to that refinery, which we're very grateful for, then we're all
But then again, NNPCL says it has stopped importation. Don't forget.
Yeah, for now, they are buying from the ones that are available. The refinery, whether it's modular or what do you call it now? Dangote refinery. But for proper energy security, we need to have at least 2 more.
And this is the reason that the refineries must work. The Port Harcourt refinery, Kaduna refinery, Warri refinery. We can't say it enough.
Leave that. The federal government of Nigeria has banned pilots and licensed flight crew members from operating multiple airlines. So that is coming from, for those who fly and their captains, and I think hostesses, I guess that's what they mean. The Mastodon said it's a good development if at all the will will be achieved. It will give room to employment. Okay,
not quite clear. Let's go to Sheena, who says this will pave way for more employment opportunities. I wonder how that will create room for employment opportunities, since this is a restrictive policy.
If you work here, you can't go and work for this airline. Just be doing hours of different. I don't know how it works in that space. Maybe when we have them, they'll be able to explain what all of this means. But perhaps my understanding is that if you work in a place, stick to your place. Don't be taking 2 hours here, 3 hours here, 2 weeks here. I guess that's what it means. Johnson says, side hustle pilots they do to double their hustle. Economy is not smiling at all. Please don't ban them. I guess that he understands it the way I understand it.
And this next talking point is about the Abia State government announcing free and compulsory education to all children in the state, irrespective of their state of origin.
Wow, that's very nice.
It has to be clear up to which level. I believe secondary level.
Perhaps.
Maybe not a tertiary level. But Bird Eye also speaks again on this one. He says, great move by Abia State to ensure education is accessible to all children. However, it's crucial to consider if the current infrastructure can support this initiative. Many community schools in the state require urgent renovation to provide a conducive learning environment.
All right, Unbiased Opinion says this is fantastic news. Free and compulsory education for all children is a huge step towards a brighter future. Every child deserves a chance to learn and grow regardless of their background.
And Danilo said, great steps, sir. Now we just have to upgrade the level of quality education the kids receive. How about a massive re-evaluation of the Abia State Education Board and also update the learning facilities around every local government area, like actual classrooms with qualified teachers? Now, this is someone that evidently has information about what obtains on ground.
All right. Guba Gadget says all northern states should make this mandatory, defeat illiteracy in the north, and you've solved almost 90% of Nigeria's problems.
And Karmik is the last user here who says free and compulsory education for all children, regardless of their background, is a huge step towards building a more inclusive, educated and prosperous community. This commitment to equal access can truly uplift future generations and strengthen the state as a whole. But what exactly is on ground and in terms of infrastructure, welfare, training, remuneration of teachers? Those are all the elements.
Those are big questions
that contribute.
But just before we leave the segment, Bukola, my favorite part again, sports, football. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, our boys have landed Cote d'Ivoire, we understand, against that, ahead of that match against Benin Republic. So we have, just to show you, yes, the men, Bukola, on the street, we call it the men them. These are the men them. True second, high-fiving, I don't know what that is. So, yeah, I'm trying to get all of the guys' faces. Can I see them from there? Yes, the very funny Victor Boniface. So just to give you a report that the boys are down there in Cote d'Ivoire, waiting to execute that match, I think, tomorrow. So we're going to be looking out for, we'll talk about it tomorrow, hopefully, on the program. So those are the guys here. So our boys are ready to go.
Jeffrey, more importantly, the boys, the men them must deliver. Men them must deliver.
Men them. All right, so...
Jeffrey, are you going to make a prediction?
Not yet. We will win. That's what that was.
You're becoming
we will win.
A Super Eagles spokesperson.
Yes, we will win. Good spirits from the boys. After what happened in Libya, they all still came early to camp. God bless them and keep them injury-free.
Amen to that. And Naya is his next user, and they say, exciting times for the Super Eagles as they gather for their next challenge in Abidjan.
Zahid says Super Eagles are ready to shine. Let's go, boys.
And Stargirl says, with this squad, true, other African countries suppose they fear us. Amen to that as well.
You know, that's how we roll, like egg roll. All right, so those are the stories we've been tracking on X. We will get to our very first conversation that has to do with this report from a civil society organization saying they found 13 end bad governance protesters in a Kano prison. And they are appealing to the state government through the Attorney General of the state to invoke Section 211 of the Constitution and get them out, just like the president did for those children and those gentlemen that were arrested and taken to Abuja. That's our very first conversation. Join us again.